Light the beam again, because it's time for Nerdy for 30, the podcast where we talk about nerdy-ish movies for 30-ish minutes. That is what we do. My name is Kevin Bauer, a.k.a. Critics' Choice. With me, as always, is the People's Champ, Tim Keck. And today, we are finishing the movie rankings that we started yesterday. We went through and worked on a tier list, had a complex and multi-level conversation about the tiers of these movies and also defined some categories into which they fall. We're now going back through the list of all movies we have watched so far in 2023, and we are ranking them according to their new category and the tier into which they fall. Tim, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, sure. So if you're listening to the pod, thank you. We love you. You're the best. We're going to describe this, I think, very, very well. We've been doing a great job so far. If you want to watch the visual, where I'm actually just going through a Google sheet and updating it as we go, you totally can. On our YouTube, Nerdy for 30, we're there. Maybe we'll link it. Maybe we won't. I mean, it's YouTube. You can find us. So I'm not going to do everything. I'm going to do everything for these guys. Anyway.
I don't expect you to.
You're lucky we're here. You're the ones who need us, not the other way around. But please listen, and please, we need you. I'm desperate.
Like and subscribe.
So we just made it. Like and subscribe. 5 stars, 5 stars. We just got to the middle of our list with the movie Air, which we have termed the Air Meridian, as it is the most okay movie of all time. And everything is either above or below it. Nothing will ever be as okay as Air is. I think it's why the category okay even exists.
I was really wondering as we signed off on the previous Zoom, I was like, wow, you know what? How are we going to find a way to sort this in a binary way as good or bad? It defeats the entire purpose of the Meridian. God bless you for including okay as a tier, Tim.
I think it's definitely a good one. I think I'm going to see how this stacks up because Air is the most okay one, and we have a lot of things below it. So I'm interested to see how this all shakes out. But Kevin, this is the most solid okay movie we've ever seen in our lives, right?
Unless, Tim, do you think they thought they made something important? Because I kind of do. I think they thought they made a really important movie about shoes.
Man. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is.
I mean,
maybe
it is solid.
It could be prestigious.
It is also solid. It doesn't have a lot of the trappings that you normally see in a prestigious movie. This is not a dark movie. This is not a movie about World War II.
But could this movie get Oscar buzz?
Oh, boy.
Don't you think they made it with the intent of getting some people don't you think they think there's some Oscars in this?
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like one of those movies that they would want to be in there?
I mean, they wrote the Viola Davis. Definitely. Well, yeah. That's a perfect example. Spotlight, prestigious movie for sure. Mm-hmm. This movie does not feel like that movie.
It's not as big, but he is delivering monologues about how great, a teenager is.
He is.
I've never seen a teenager's
the Viola
face.
Davis scene.
And ultimately, they're sharing shoes with us.
I think it's a prestigious movie.
It might be a prestigious movie. I'm okay with that. Prestigious makes sense. Okay, the first one we have below the Air Meridian, which I'd argue it should be just one above it, the Meg 2. I think the Meg 2, when I look at these other ones, none of them make me smile the way Meg 2 does. I think Meg 2 it's fun, but it's not good for what it is it?
No.
it's just, is it fun? Or is it fun? This one might just be fun bad or fun but not good. First off, do you think there's a difference between fun but not good and fun bad?
Tim, I'm so glad you asked. My gut tells me that there is absolutely a difference here. Because when you're looking at these different opportunities here, I think it's fun but not good. And I think what we got robbed of with this movie is a fun bad movie.
Yes. As we discussed, there's an extra half hour in this movie where they're just doing nothing but boring the hell out of you and making you real worried you're not going to get any Meg in this movie. So there it is. Solid or whiff?
I think it's a whiff. It's definitely not a tragedy.
Okay. That makes me feel better about it being under the Air Meridian.
It was well made. You could probably argue solid to me. But
yeah,
I think
I'm conflating the you can tell they tried. I think it is the stuff I like. It is just kind of right.
Yeah.
I think it's solid. I think this next one is solid too. Creed 3.
Now, this is the one that I wanted to argue to you should be above Air. I'm kind of shocked looking back that Creed 3 is below the Air Meridian. But every time we talk about this movie, you remind me of things in it that I didn't like. And even now, as I'm still talking, I'm remembering how shockingly bad Michael B. Jordan was in his own movie.
As good as Jonathan Majors is in this movie, and he's incredible, Michael B. Jordan is equally as bad. And I think I say that as someone who loves Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. I think he's incredible. I mean, in Black Panther, he steals the show. I mean, he has a magnetism when he wants to. He can be the most magnetic person on the screen. And he chose not to. He directed the movie. I think it's a lot. I think all these directors / actors, too much on your plate, got too much going on. He's thinking about how the shot looks when he should be thinking how he could have gotten another actor on the other end of that phone so it would look like a somewhat convincing conversation he was having. Yeah,
you're right.
It's at best it's okay. I feel like I don't know if it's good. The other two, I think the first one I think is very good.
Yeah,
and the second one I think is very good too. Honestly, I like them both a lot. And this is a big step down, I think. The more I think about it. What do you think? Okay.
I think okay.
I think it's okay.
Do you think he whiffed? I mean, I was legitimately on my seat during the fight scenes of this movie. I think the fight scenes might push it into solid territory.
The fight scenes are good. They are weird though. They're like weird anime fight scenes, which I kind of like, but I also kind of think is weird. It feels, I mean, you can tell they tried.
You can. Make it a whiff. Make it a whiff, Tim.
A whiff. It's our first whiff. Oh no, it's not our first whiff. We've had a few whiffs.
Yeah, we had a Fast X is up there. That's a whiff.
This is fun. Sure. I wonder if this reveals anything. I wonder if this whole chart is giving us any information we didn't already have, but I'm excited about it. Transformers Rise of the Beast. I think this could be I think it's fun, but not good. It could be fun, but bad. It could be fun, bad, but I think it's fun, but not good.
It could be. I think you're right. It's fun, but not good. And I think this one's a whiff.
Or is it fun, bad?
It could be a fun, bad whiff.
Fun. So I think the difference for me is fun, bad is like, it's so bad that it's fun again.
Yeah.
Whereas fun, but not good is like, this is just bad. They just didn't do a good job with this. Right. But there are fun things in it to me. Right. Fun, bad is like, yeah, it's so trashy that it becomes kind of fun again. Fun, but not good. Transformers, solid or a whiff? I think maybe a whiff. I mean, it is like
a whiff.
It's another Transformers movie they tried. The Woman King.
This movie swung for prestigious movie. I don't think it hit prestigious necessarily, or maybe it's like prestigious fun.
Yeah. Prestigious, I think that's a little too high. I think it's probably just like a solid. Is it okay? Okay almost seems too low, but.
Yeah, okay does feel too low. Should we deploy Glad I Watched It?
Yeah, we could use Glad I Watched It. I'm glad I watched it.
I am.
I am. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I watched it, but I don't. But I'm probably not going to watch it again. I'm going to say solid. I think most of these are probably solid.
Yeah.
Jury Duty. I know we have strong differences of opinion on Jury Duty.
You consider this a whiff. Let's just get that out in the open. You look at things like Nathan For You, which I would define as the gold standard. And do you consider it a whiff?
They tried. They tried to do something. I don't think they hit the mark, but I think it's fun but not good, is how I would put it. Or even just fun. I could put it as just fun. It is fun. I think it's not good, but I think it's fun. I laughed at this. There's legitimately funny moments in this thing. And you loved it. So I think maybe fun.
I'd take fun. I would also take good for what it is if it's on the table.
It's not good for what it is, though. It's not. It's not when you compare it to Nathan Fielder, when you compare it to Nathan Fielder. Heck, oh, God, I was just watching John Wilson shows you stuff or whatever. John Wilson's bet. I mean, like, this thing has been done before. Jackass does it better. Like, it's not good for what it is, I don't think. In fact, that's my whole beef with it, is it's not good for what it is. For what it is, I expect it to be better.
I tried to squeak that one over the line. Give me fun. I'll take fun.
Now I feel like there should be a category that's like, like a disappointing. Disappointing should be a category. They won't work that in.
I feel like everything between like Fast X and the absolute travesties, everything between Fast X and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania would be, why isn't this better? It would be disappointing.
Not great for what it is. What about that?
Jesus.
Subpar for what it is? I don't know. Cocaine Bear.
Whiff.
That's a whiff. Maybe these are all whiffs. Cocaine Bear.
Good for what it is.
I'd put it in fun, but not fun, or fun, but not good. I might put it in fun. I think it is fun.
I did have a good time.
Let's say fun. Bahubali 1. I think it's solid.
Solid, for sure.
I think this one has slipped. At the beginning of the year, I really liked it. I like this movie a lot. It slipped very far down our rankings. I think compared to Bahubali 2, it's just not as good.
Yeah.
But it is. I feel like it's a little bit more of a slog than. It's definitely not as good as RRR. But is it a good movie? Is it good for what it is?
I struggle to say good for what it is. Maybe at this point we deploy our first just good. Because not since Batman Begins and The Dark Knight have a movie and its sequel had this much of a delta before. In that case too, Batman Begins came out and it's the year 2006. I'm like, Batman Begins rules. I'm loving it. And then The Dark Knight drops in 2008. And, I didn't watch Batman Begins again for probably another 15 years.
Bahubali 1, we're going with good.
Yeah. That feels good to me.
That's good.
Huh.
Megan, solid or whiff? I think it's probably solid than whiff, right?
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I wish they'd given us more. I wanted more from this movie. And I think an R or an unrated version would have made this even better.
100%.
Yep.
I think solid, like for what it is, like it had a lot more depth than I thought it would and a lot more integrity than I thought it would, but it's still just a PG-13 horror movie. So I'm thinking maybe fun, but not good.
Fun, but not good. I think that's good. I'd say either okay or fun, but not good, but it is fun. There's definitely fun moments in it.
Yeah.
Which were all in the trailer. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'd probably put it in fun, but not good as well. I kind of enjoyed it. I liked Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It's kind of neat to see Indiana again, but it's not good.
Yeah, I might deploy my first fine here.
Fine.
I kind of thought
Wow. It could be fun.
I guess I did have kind of a good time, but I was so distracted by the movie not being better.
That seems fine to me. How is it? Oh man, speaking of another fine, Mission Impossible. I'm gonna go solid. I mean, it's a solid movie, and I'd probably put this at okay.
Yeah,
it's not fine. It's not as bad as fine. It's okay. It's an okay movie. It's near the bottom of my Mission Impossible rankings, I think, for sure. Or it's probably right in the middle of my Mission Impossible rankings, honestly. The Flash. Okay, now we're in like the bottom 6 or whatever. No, 7. We're in the bottom 7. These are the turds. All right. Maybe. We're getting to some real stinkers. So The Flash, I kind of want to make it solid. And
before you settle on solid, let me remind you of what the CGI looked like every time they went in the time vortex.
No, you're right.
That's a whiff,
it's a whiff, right?
Uh-huh.
The CGI was terrible in this. There were fun moments in it. Is it fun but not good? It might be fun but not good, because Batman is great in that. Everything Batman does is awesome. There's fun ideas in it. Some of the fighting's cool. Honestly, Batman alone it's fun to have Batman there.
Is it fun bad?
But it's also very not fun at parts when Ezra Miller's just hanging out, creeping everybody.
Yeah, I think fun but not good.
Fun but not good. Evil Dead Rise. I feel like this is a whiff, right? It's nothing like Evil Dead. I don't know what other people's expectations were, but I'm kind of going to go Evil Dead Rise fun. I thought it was fun.
Huh. Yeah, I'm trying to really divorce myself from how much gore there was in this movie. And
it's a lot. It's great.
It's a whole lot. I will give it credit. I don't want to even say too much for the people that haven't seen it, might like it. The ending did deliver something that I always really like in a horror ending. Yeah, I'll ride with fun. I'll ride fun on this.
I think it's fun. Avatar: The Way of the Water. Finally, I think we're getting back to prestigious.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
They thought they did something. Avatar. This might be good for what it is, Kevin. It's an Avatar movie. It's the second Avatar movie. I think if you like Avatar and you saw this movie, you liked this movie. I mean, there's no surprises here, right? If you like Avatar, you're going to like this movie. I mean, there's a good hour of it where you're just hanging out with the Na'vi. And if I love Na'vi, this would be awesome. This is exactly what I would have wanted if I was big into Avatar, you know? What do you think?
You know, it pains me to say it, but I think you're right. I think for you and the 15 other people who genuinely like Avatar lore, I think this one delivered. So yeah, good for what it is.
Yeah. If I ever get way too high again and I just need to sit in a chair and do nothing for a while, I'd put on this movie and just spend time in the water world that they've created, enjoying life. Good for what it is.
I'm going to get
Blue
you
Beetle.
A light up braid for Christmas. That way. And I'm going to get one for like your TV or like your chair. That way, if you get too stoned, you can plug in.
So I can fuck animals with it?
Yeah.
Very weird. Blue Beetle. Solid whiff territory, I think.
I think this is tough.
Or do you think it's a tragedy? It might be a tragedy. I feel like it's more of a whiff than a tragedy.
I think it's more of a whiff than a tragedy. Yeah.
Okay, whiff. And Blue Beetle. This might get into fine territory.
Yeah. I'm with
you. It's fine.
You.
That's fine. It's not good. It's fine. It's not. I don't think it's bad. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Or maybe it's okay. Do you think it's okay, or do you think it's fine?
I think it's fine.
That's exactly it. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania. Okay, prestigious. You think it's just straight up a tragedy?
Yeah.
Tragedy.
Do you think they made something? I mean, I can see
that's
the
what I
argument
was
for
arguing
prestigious.
for. Is it? Do they think they did something here, like with the whole world and the CGI? But you're right. I think it's closer to them just straight up fucking up. Right? Like this is just. It's all. I mean, it is just a gigantic whiff too. But it's a whiff. But whiff almost implies that they tried to do something, and in this one, it doesn't seem like they put any effort in. Right?
Yeah, it's really baffling. I think this is a tragedy. They just fucked up beyond all repair. I think this is one of the worst things that's ever happened to me.
Oh, wow.
I think about Cassie Lang delivering that corny ass monologue at the end of the movie. And I liked the movie Freaky. I think that actor, I think Freaky. She's got I do think that she has range. It feels like she said, oh, cool, I booked this part in a Marvel movie and now I'm making a movie for children. I felt
like she was in Spy Kids.
Yeah, dude. This whole movie felt like Spy Kids. Maybe even Shark Boy and Lava Girl 3D. One of the worst things that's happened to me.
Is there any chance that this is fun bad?
No.
No?
No, fun
you
bad
didn't have fun at all in this.
No, I think fun bad is like Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes, you're right. That's really what it is. The worst thing that's ever happened to me. Damn. Oh.
I mean, come at me, dude. If you got a different one, I will not ride with you on fun. I will not have fun in the rating of this at all.
It might just be bad. I think bad. Worst thing that's happened to me, I think that's an exclusive tier, you know?
That's probably Monsters and Monsters alone.
I'd argue it's on this list.
Actually, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, no.
I think
Oh my God, you're so right. I forgot about that one. I see it coming.
But it is we definitely have other ones that have ranked on here. Knock at the Cabin. I think this is prestigious.
Yes.
This is prestigious. It's unwatchable because I think it's just prestigious bad. Is it just bad? It's not good. I don't even know if it's not the worst thing I've ever watched. It's just not good. And it's so full of itself. And it's M. Night Shyamalan. So you're expecting any sort of a twist, which in this case, twist just means anything interesting to happen. And it doesn't. And it's not interesting. There's no twists. There's no surprises. Knock at the Cabin, prestigious bad. Kevin, what do you think?
100% with you. And you saying this made me realize the extent to which I think this rating system is kind of a circle, because I'm noticing a lot of these movies at the very end could also be prestigious that we have determined are tragedies. So yeah, I think this one is. I don't think
prestigious is even like a ranking. It's not a vertical ranking at all. It's like it's a descriptive term. It's like a genre more than, a number ranking of it,
Yeah.
It is interesting to see the trends here, though. Man, I don't know. How do you make we can make a pivot table with this and see what comes up. I don't know.
Oh, baby. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. Last and least, Secret Invasion, Kevin. Secret Invasion, I think, is our first tragedy. They fucked up. Mm-hmm. And one of the worst things that's ever happened to me.
Yes.
It's awful. It's embarrassing. It might have ruined Marvel for me. Rage was the only feeling I had in my body after this movie. Absolute rage and venom. And how dare they? I mean, I know this is just a list and I don't have to rewatch it again, but I'm getting anxiety and panic fury just from seeing the name and thinking about what happened in this. It is one of the worst things that's ever happened to me, Kevin. in movies and cinema, you know, in the world of entertainment, this is one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. Kevin, what do you think?
Tim, right now, I have pulled up a list of 10 things that cost $200 million. And any one of the things on this list would be a better use of $200 million than the production of Secret Invasion. This has to be one of the biggest wastes of money that's ever happened. I will say that the list I pulled up, because I had this idea live on the pod.
Please go through it.
Was not prepared for this. This is on the Top Gear website, so all 10 of these things relate to cars. But as my obligation of a podcaster who has backed himself into this corner, I'm going to read the 10 things that cost $200 million. First off,
this will be fun.
The Nürburgring, which is a course that people drive on. And it sounds like it's in Germany, but they don't specify on this list. Your very own LMP1 team. Now, this list is for people who like cars, so they ostensibly already know what an LMP1 is. They have a picture of a sports car here, so I can assume that it's related to a sports car, but I don't know.
Yeah, the overlap between people who love cars and Nerdy for 30 is a circle, I think. I think this is right up everyone's alley. Everyone who's tuned in is excited to hear the rest of this list, Kevin.
Yeah, I think I've looked up our listener metrics on anchor.fm, and the pie chart for who's listening to this in a classic Porsche, it's just the full circle. Speaking of Porsches, every gorgeous recreation car can be yours for $200 million. Don't limit yourself. Want a 911 reimagined by Singer? They're about $400,000 and up. An Eagle E-Type is the thick end of $650,000, but I'm sure that's not news to any of you listening out there. Let's see. Want a little bit more of what I can only assume is a basic car based on the number here? What if you bought 33,361 Dacia Sanderos? Tim, what do you think about the car brand Dacia?
Dacia, oh man, that's a top tier brand for sure. I like my car companies that also make, you know, salsa and shampoo and dog shampoo and trash bags. It just seems like it sounds like a catch-all term for just like generic office supplies. Like it's like the generic brand at Walmart is like Dacia.
Sure. It's kind of like how Yamaha makes bikes and pianos. Dacia, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Say,
man,
Tim,
I ordered a Yamaha and they
$200
mixed them up, and that was a terrible day. I had to ride a piano to a rehearsal. It was terrifying.
Jesus. You could also buy 80 Bugatti Chirons or nearly 7 Ferrari 250 GTOs at peak market value. If you're one of those people who don't like negotiating for your car, if you're one of those people that goes straight to buy it now on eBay, and this deal's for you, and you could buy 7 Ferrari 250 GTOs. You could also buy 17 McLaren F1s. You could hire Abu Dhabi's Yas Marina circuit for 25 years.
Abu Dhabi's Yas circuit? What is
Yas
that?
Marina. Abu
Yas
Dhabi.
Marina. Yas Queen. Yas Marina.
Oh my
Do
God.
we all say that to each other? Yas
That's insane.
Marina.
Do you realize?
Yeah, so
just for a scale of how much $200 million is, this course, this Yas Marina F1 circuit costs $21,500 a day to rent. With $200 million, you could rent it for 25 years. That is an obscene amount of money that went into making Secret Invasion.
It's terrible. I mean, for $21,000 a day, we could lock up, you know, Samuel L. Jackson, so he's never forced to do anything like this again. We keep him safe somewhere in like an underground bunker where Marvel or whoever can't get to him, so he can't continue to tarnish his legacy in the way he did. This was embarrassing for everybody. I don't know. Do I have just actual rage that I'm bringing to this bit? It is one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. Unlike that list of cars you went through.
There's 2 more for those counting, and I'm not going to read them. It's you get it. How do I feel about the list overall, Tim?
Yeah, how do you feel?
Well, I'd say I feel great. I think in the years that come, we will be able to identify if the category system that I pitched we use is useful at all. You know, I think if you took a hard mathematical look at the rankings we've done here, you could argue that they don't make sense, because I think we have some that seem like they should outrank others on the list, and yet my gut tells me that they don't.
They don't.
How about you? What do you think?
They don't. Yeah, there are some where solid, fun, but good. I mean, okay. I mean, there is nothing. Bahubali 1 we have as good, solid, which is about as good of a review as you can get below the Air Meridian. So Bahubali does seem a little weird after our rankings. Avatar maybe seems a little, well, Avatar seems a little weird after our rankings, but also I think they belong down there. I think they belong, despite the statistics and the mathematics and the numbers maybe telling us otherwise. But I think this was fun. This was a great exercise. Hopefully it sends some people to our YouTube channel, which is, Nerdy for 30, I guess, on YouTube. I don't know, YouTube. You just you go in the search bar, you type Nerdy for 30, and we're there. So you can see that. You can see my wonderful spreadsheet that I put a good amount of time into. You can see our movie tiers. And I think this was fun, Kevin. This was a good one. But we'll be back with a real movie next week, right?
We will indeed. We're going to be back with either A Haunting in Venice or Expendables.
And we're doing both, but the order is a mystery.
Right. We haven't even decided. Yeah. We're very excited to see both these movies. I can't believe Expendables. I won't keep saying Expendables. No, I will. I can't believe Expendables was not an August movie. This had August movie written all over it. We got robbed of a potential all-time August classic, but I'm excited for it nonetheless.
We did. Damn the strike.
Damn the strike. JK, support
go
the writers,
go
support
actors,
the
get yours,
SAG,
support
everybody.
Yeah, support them all.
Not the MPAA.
Not the CC, not the CEOs,
AMPTP can S my D.
Yeah, man. This is good. This was fun. We'll see how it pans out going forward, Kev.
We'll see. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next week. And until then, stay nerdy. Bye.
Bye.